Do you believe how lucky we are to have such great jobs? I mean, we're working with these wonderful colors. We're in the flowers, in the garden, in the great outdoors, sunshine. Fabulous. Finally, Tom, we get to make the paper. Now, since we did our test and that paper that we like so much was made on butcher paper, we need to tear some butcher paper into sections and interesting shaped pieces about that big.
Okay.
So let's start.
Roll a little more.
Occupational therapy. You know, this might be enough to start.
Oh, okay.
Just I can show you how we do this.
Great.
Yeah.
This looks like it's going to get a little messy.
Yeah, you're right. You can tell kind of by looking
Yeah.
this is a messy thing. So what I do to protect my pretty pink daggers is wear latex gloves. And so we'll just glove up here real quick. I feel at home in gloves. All right, hand me 3 pieces of paper.
Okay.
Not 2, not 4, 3.
Now this sounds like a rule.
Well, it's one of those things where I have learned through practice and time that 3 papers hold the color perfectly. So I'm going to hold these papers separately and push them down into the bottom of the bucket of main dip and wring that out into a ball. Isn't that a gorgeous color? Oh boy, oh boy. Look at that. Squeeze it out tightly. And then what I need to do next is dip this into the purple on 1/2 of the little ball, and then into the red. And like honey on a muffin, I'm going to dribble gold over both of these colors, and it sinks into the folds of the paper. Now, I open it up carefully because this paper is fairly soggy. I don't want to tear it. This is the magical part, Tom. And I pick a piece, take it on the grass, spread it out, and then make peaks and valleys.
That's great. How do I know that's the top?
Well, I have to look at both sides. I look at this side and this side, and ooh, I like this side the best. So the prettiest side needs to stay on top. And what we have with the peaks and valleys then is an opportunity for all of these colors to sink down into the valleys and mix together and make new colors.
Great.
All right, your turn.
Now, does it matter if I start with which color or?
No. And look at all the paper we've made. If you wonder how much butcher paper is needed, the answer is really simple. Just tear up twice as much butcher paper as wall space you wish to cover. So for Peggy, with 350 square feet of walls, we used about 700 square feet of paper. Then we need a few plastic bags to put it in, and we're ready to take it to the wall, which we'll do next. Hi, welcome back. You know, before I do the real fun part of putting the wallpaper up, I need to prepare these walls. The first thing I did was I put drop cloths on the carpet so I protect it from the drips, and then I put masking tape and paper around the baseboards and also around the windows. I'm going to put a thin coat of primer on the wall. I'll start by dipping the roller into the pan. Don't put too much paint on this because you're going to get drips. And we'll put a nice coat over this. And then wait about 45 minutes for this to dry, and then we're ready for the second step. Tom is finishing the second step in our preparation process, and that's to add a sizer coat on top of the primer coat that's already dry. This sizer coat is going to help the paper adhere to the wall a little better, And then also, should Peggy ever want to remove this paper, it'll come off the wall a little more easily.
Oh, and you'll be sure to call me when she's ready to take all this paper down,
Yes,
won't
Tom.
you?
I'll make a lesson out of that
Great.
one. Tom finished putting the sizer coat on this wall about a half an hour ago. Tom, do you think that's dry yet?
A little bit sticky, just a little.
Do you know, that's good. That's the tackiness that we're looking for. The walls are perfect to put wallpaper up now.
Great.
So what we'll do is open this bag of great wallpaper.
You know what they say? Another opening, another show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, Tom. What we're going to do, pick this one. Isn't that gorgeous?
That's great.
Let me show you how to paste it. We need to look at it and see which side, of course, is the most beautiful.
Of course that.
That one is, and we put that one face down. And then we'll tap into this bucket of clear, strippable wallpaper paste and put some in the center. And with this plastic knife, just pull it out toward the edges.
Now, is it possible to get too much paste on this?
Oh, yes. The key here is to make the paper stick to the wall with the least amount of paste.
Okay.
We don't want paste squishing out all over our beautiful paper. And now I think it's time to stick it up.
Okay.
And let's take it, right here. And with a clean putty knife, I start from the center and press out. And this will get all that excess paste that might be in there, and it sort of takes it to the outside so that we can wipe it off.
Okay, why did you choose there? I know, you don't have any rules.
There are no rules. No rules in my rule book. Now, you try a piece.
Okay. Terrific.
Good paste job.
Terrific.
Good spot, yes. We need to make sure that that is overlapped a little bit onto the next piece, about 1/4 of an inch, because it's going to shrink down when it dries, and we don't want the wall color coming through at all.
Okay. Now I have a question for you.
Well, you can ask me.
What if I really hate that piece?
Yeah, I hate that piece too. This we call a dog. On Peggy's wall, we don't want dogs. On anybody's wall, we don't want a dog. But do you know, there's so many beauties in this stack. Let's pick another one and stick some more up here.
Terrific.
I like this one. I'll put some up too.
Okay.
Is this a gorgeous piece? By the way, this sponge is an important tool. You must sponge off any paste that oozes to the front of the paper before it dries. Some of the papers torn off the roll have a straight edge. These pieces should be used along straight edges, like the ceiling or the baseboard along the window sills. There should be no need to ever use a razor knife to cut a piece of paper or trim it where we've put it along the wall. If you accidentally put a straight-edged piece in the middle of the wall, just cover that straight edge with another torn piece so that the straight edge doesn't show. It doesn't matter where we start. It doesn't matter either which way we go or where we end up. I just go crazy until the walls are all covered, because this isn't a puzzle. It's more like a collage. Welcome back. You can see we finished this room and it's incredible. Peggy, come and tell me what you think.
Oh, Nancy, I love this room. What you've done with this room is just beautiful. The paper is extraordinary. It's truly made this room come to life with the golds and the reds. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think this is absolutely one of the most beautiful papers we've ever made. I particularly like the fuchsia. I like the fuchsia in the paper, and the chairs really brings those two colors together. What I love most about this crinkle paper was how much fun we had making it and how easy it was to do.